So I've been processing the whole endurance sports thing. Distance running. I mean, I know it's only 3 miles, but I got a feeling it's going to turn into something else. But I found myself reconnecting with a lover who has since transitioned. He actually passed. Excuse me. He actually transitioned probably about 5 years ago. He was the first person that I pursued. And when I say pursued, I would say in the way of, let's say, the masculine actually goes out and the feminine just kind of waits and just kind of, and he was a runner. He was a track star. He set a couple of records for a high jump, long jump. Phenomenal basketball player. He rapped a little bit. He had a decent singing voice too. Decent. He was decent. He could flip. His mama could flip too, though. Projects, you know. Lincoln Center, the LC. Anyway, I'm just reflecting on how my life, how the timelines have been intermingled and intertwined, and I don't know if this is something that the powers that were been fucking around with between CERN and the fucking with time. But I've just been reflecting here lately because when I first pulled up on him in class, I just remember just watching him. He was so fine to me. And the way he dressed, his crease, his jeans was always creased. Like, stay float. Stay float. Okay? His bone structure was really sharp. It turns out he was a Scorpio moon. So Scorpios tend to have like really like sharp features and sharp jaw lines. Anyway, it was just something about him. I was just like, yeah, I went towards him. And I pursued him. He was my little boyfriend for, throughout junior high and majority of high school. And I've been sitting with my perception of events during that time. Now that I'm in my adult body, of course, more centered and grounded space. I remember I had introduced polyamory to him when we were in high school. I didn't know it was a word. Like, I did. Oh my God. I was probably 11th grade. So, I graduated when I was 17. So, somewhere between 15 and 17. And in my mind, I was like, we're gonna be together forever anyway. So, plus I liked girls. So this is my low key way of like getting what I want to. So I had my little friend, female friend. She did not like him. She did not like him. She was such a fucking hater. But anyway, and I fought a bitch over her actually, but that's a whole other conversation. But anyway, I introduced what I now know as polyamory to him, Because I was like, we're going to be together forever anyway. So, like, you might as well go try other bitches. I'm my daddy's child. Or my mama's child, honestly. Because, anyway, I was real set up on it. Like, nah, we're going to be together forever anyway. Have your fun. You know what I'm saying? I honestly don't know where the fuck that came from. But I was so very sure. But then he started doing it. But I had forgot. I told him that. I was, even then I was constantly in and between realms and just, but my thing was, it was the type of bitches he was choosing. I heard about it. Like, oh, I heard about it. Like, oh, you jumping out of bitches' windows and the projects. Like, they all in, I mean, this project. And I was like, ugh, her? Like, your picker's broken. Like, what the fuck? And again, this is back when I was a teenager. And I was like, why am I getting this? Yeast infections and bacterial vaginosis and all this other stuff. Like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, and you ain't using protection with these bitches. Like, where's the code? Where's the fucking code? And then he started fucking one of my homegirls. I remember one day she came to me like apologizing. And I was like, why are you apologizing? Like, why are you being weird? Like, and she was just like, I'm so sorry. I was just like, and it didn't click to me until like years later. It's like, oh, y'all was fucking. I mean, I would have okayed you because I wouldn't mind fucking you. So it was just like, that, fuck. Like, yes, you're now you're picking better. So one day we got into it, and he left school. He went to go play basketball, and like he always did, you know, after school. And teenage boys, you know, he decided. And this is when N1 mixtape and everything was out. I used to record him for him because he didn't have cable. Like, I'm sure somebody else in the project had cable. He could have went and watched. But I used to record him VHS and one mixtape because we had cable in my house. So, anyway, he decided he was going to jump off of a grocery basket. And he ended up falling and hitting his head. He ended up with a tube. They put him in a drug-induced coma. He had swelling in the brain. And they cut this little patch right here. He had braids. He always had some fresh braid. I used to braid his hair from time to time in class. So he had a tube in his head. But he was never the same after that. He started having seizures. And I remember his graduation chair was like behind me. He never came back to school. He just never came back. And I remember when I went off to college, I even came back. I tried to, we fucked one more time, but he was different. He was different. He like, and that was my first introduction to where, like, sometimes when people come back from the other side, they don't be, sometimes they come back with other things attached to them, and, you know, whether it's for positive or negative or whatever, but they don't always come back the way they left when they, you know, before they went over. He was different. His energy was different. Everything was just fucking different. So that was that. And Yeah. I mean, I had partners after him, like even when we was in high school, so it wasn't like. But anyway, and I remember he got on Facebook one day, like going off, like, "Yeah, bitch, you thought I was dead. You thought I was gonna die. That's why you left me and you went to college." I'm like, "Nigga, I came back and we fucked. What are you talking about? I didn't fucking leave you and think you was gonna die, nigga. You anyway." So like, I was hurt. Like I was hurt, and I was like, "Okay, now that's his perception of events. You know, he's got a traumatic brain injury, so on and so forth." Like, but I carried that for a while because we would have these experiences in the astral. Like he'd pull up and he'd be angry with me. And I'm like, "Why the fuck are you mad at me?" I was just like, like whatever. But then after a while, when he would just pop up randomly, he was nice. He was kind. By this point, he was already dead. I didn't even know. I didn't know he was dead. I can't remember what happened that led to me going to go and look for him. But I saw it and I was like, okay. And then I saw him again here recently, a couple months ago. And this is actually before I had decided I was going to start running. And now we're kind of reconnected on the pavement. It's a really, yeah. Like we have conversations. Like I had forgot what his voice sounded like, but now I. It's been a comfort. On my running journey. So it's just, it's really interesting how things are like all intertwined. Then another partner that I had, she passed away last year, I believe. We had a conversation about her death. I told her, like, no, like, if you don't straighten up, I saw some things. And those things came to pass. And she be with me too on my journey as I'm maneuvering these streets. Because that's how and where she died, on the streets. But they still comfort me. Those that I pursued. I can't remember having a more deeply impactful relationship than with those that I've actually pursued. And it's just two. Like I haven't actually pursued a partner or a person before or after them. And I've just been, sitting with that and absolving myself of any guilt that has come upon me over the years pertaining to those relationships. Maybe I could have done more. Maybe I should have worded it this, worded it better. But they were the two people that I used to just sit in class and just kind of observe and just watch them move. I love the way they moved, the way they walked, the way they carried themselves. They was real niggas. Both of them had hands too. I forgot about the both of them had. Oh my God, both of them had hands. Both of them were crazy when it came to basketball. Coldest in school, and both of them were two different school districts that I went to. They both dominated in their field, so I wasn't picking no bullshit. That's for sure. warriors on heaven and in earth, or hell, depending on how you perceive your experience. But I'm thankful. I'm glad they're free. Um, he was so happy when we crossed paths in the astral. But anyway, they say it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. That's facts. I loved them both. Loved and loved them both. My God, she was so beautiful. I used to just be enamored. Like, she had like this damn near perfect dark black skin. Her hair was always pulled back in a ponytail. She never wore a different hairstyle. She never wore a different hairstyle. He was caramel. I would say paper sack brown. I used to write poetry about him. It was raunchy. I used to write I used to write disgusting, filthy fucking poetry about him. Remember, we got wrote up and sent to ISS for in-school suspension because I was on one night. I had to have him. And we was about to play, was it championship? She was at junior high. We got caught in the bathroom trying to fuck. I remember one of the school teachers was watching us in the bleachers. Like, they could tell. They could tell. I was on one. I was like, let's go to the bathroom. Let's go to the bathroom. It's always consensual, goddamn it. I ain't one of those, but yeah, man. That energy. Anyway, good times. Great times. She was a Pisces. I think she was a Scorpio moon too. Love water. He was a Taurus. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that. He coaches me on how to run. He talks to me. He tells me, he's like, why are you not running? Why are you walking? Like, you know you got some more in you. I'm like, Even though I do have legitimate, like, not saying he's not legitimate, but I mean, like, in the flesh, I do have run coaches, but yeah, he be there. He be there. He be watching. She do too. She a motherfucker. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. I think I just wanted to get it out. Anyway, that's all.